Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Wednesday, so we're going to be going over the starts and sits for the Thursday night football game. This week it is between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. So in this video I'll be going over the line for the Thursday night football game as well as starts and sits for both teams. But we're going to start off with the Thursday night football line. The over-under in this game is 47.5 points. I think that's a pretty fair line. I think there's definitely a chance that this game goes over, especially if the Cowboys offense can put up some points. New Orleans Saints, Taysom Hill at quarterback now. Maybe they're able to score a couple more points as well. So I definitely would feel pretty comfortable hitting over in this one. The Cowboys are 4.5 point favorites, so I think that's pretty fair. They are the road team in this one. It is tough to play in New Orleans though too as well, so you can take that into factors, but I think it's a pretty fair line altogether. The implied point totals for these two teams, the Cowboys at 26 points and then the Saints at 21.5. So you're looking for about 3 touchdowns, a couple field goals out of the Cowboys, maybe 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns and a couple field goals out of the Saints. Like I mentioned already, I think this game definitely could hit the over, so could be looking for a little bit more production out of both these teams as well. And then with that being said, we'll get moved over to the starts and sits. So we're going to go with the visiting team, the Dallas Cowboys in this one. So Dak Prescott, he's going to be a start for me this week. If you drafted Dak Prescott, you've been playing him every single week. No reason to stop now at this point in time. It is a little bit tougher matchup against the New Orleans Saints, but not anything that I'm too majorly afraid of. Ezekiel Elliott, some people are talking about how he's been banged up and stuff. He practiced in full all week, so I don't really have any concerns with him. He's still going to be a start. Tony Pollard, there's rumors that maybe he gets worked in a little bit more. They want to handcuff Zeke a little bit more, but he's not a guy that I'm really going out of my way to start at this point in time. But say you're a running back needy team, if you have to put Tony Pollard in there, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world this week, although the Saints do have a pretty strong run defense overall. Then we move over to the wide receivers. We got CeeDee Lamb coming back from his concussion. He's a start for me this week. Michael Gallup, he's kind of like a wide receiver 3, flex play. If you need to play him, you can play him. Amari Cooper coming back from the COVID list. He's going to be a start for me this week as well, but just temper your expectations just a little bit. As you know, he was kind of dealing with some different symptoms for a while. Probably not 100% at this point in time. Dalton Schultz, the Saints have been pretty tough on tight ends. I know they just gave up a couple touchdowns to Dawson Knox last week, but overall on the season, they've done pretty well against the tight end position. So Dalton Schultz, more like a low-end tight end 1 for me this week. You can start him if you need to, but if you have a better option, just roll with your better option this week. In terms of the Cowboys defense, if Trevor Siemian was starting this game, I'd say, yeah, you can roll out the Cowboys defense. Taysom Hill's going to end up starting. Not quite as juicy of a matchup. You can play him if you don't have a better option, but if you have a better option, just roll with your better option this week. Greg Zuerlein, the kicker, definitely feel comfortable starting him once again this week. Then moving over to the Saints side of the ball, we got Taysom Hill at quarterback. He's what I would consider a high-risk, high-reward, streamable quarterback this week. If you picked him up, you're probably planning on using him at some point in the future. If you need to play him this week, you can definitely do that as well. Just know that there's going to be some risk with it as well. Alvin Kamara, as long as he's playing, he's going to be a start for me. He is questionable. He was limited in practice all week, but I do expect him to play in this game overall. If he does not end up playing for whatever reason, then you can start Mark Ingram. But if Alvin Kamara ends up starting, able to play, I would not trust Mark Ingram this week, so he's going to be a sit for me. In terms of the Saints wide receivers, it gets a little bit tricky here because we got Traquan Smith and Marquez Callaway. If I had to start one, I'd probably look at Traquan Smith. He has been doing a little bit better as of late, and he's not going to typically line up on the same side as Trevon Diggs, so that's a little bit more favorable for him. But it didn't seem like last year when Taysom Hill was at quarterback, Traquan Smith and him had a lot of chemistry, so that could be a concern as well. I know Taysom Hill and Marquez Callaway, I think they played like one game together that they had a little bit of chemistry, but Callaway going against Diggs, I'm not really too keen to start either one of these, especially with Taysom Hill taking over at quarterback. We don't know where he's going to look to, where he's going to lean on. So I would feel comfortable sitting both these guys this week, but if you need to throw one out there, it's probably going to be Traquan Smith for me. And then in terms of the Saints tight ends, it's still a mess. We got Juwan Johnson, Nick Vannett, Garrett Griffin. Just not interested in any of them this week. You should be able to pick up somebody else off of waivers if you really need to. That's a little bit better than any of those 3. Saints defense, the Cowboys offense is pretty good. Saints defense is pretty good as well, but I expect this to be, a decently high scoring game. So I don't think Saints defense is one that you want to roll out this week. And then Brett Maher, the kicker, he is not somebody I trust at this point in time. He's been bouncing around from team to team. He is like the 5th kicker the Saints have had this year, so not anybody I want to trust in my starting lineup this week overall. But with that being said, that's a quick little rundown on the Thursday night football game between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Little bits of starts and sits. If you have any other start-sit questions related to this game or players from this game and compared to players that are in the rest of your lineup, feel free to leave them down in the comments below as well. I'll answer them as quickly as possible. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your fantasy football teams, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NFL or NBA. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I typically post up 5 videos a week when it comes to fantasy football or NFL DFS content. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got that notification bell turned on so you never miss a beat. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.